Good morning, class. My name is Kevin Bachand. It looks like backhand, but it's French, so it's Bachand. I am 57 years old. I'm originally from Mystic, Connecticut, and I moved to Northern Virginia about 24 years ago for my job. I'm a corporate pilot. I'm currently flying the Gulfstream G500 for a defense contractor here in the Northern Virginia area. I also own and operate two aircraft, a 1959 Piper Tri-Pacer and a 1965 Cessna 210, so I have no money. I learned to fly in 1985, and I never went to college. I went right into the workforce. And about 2 years ago, I decided I wanted to fix that. I wanted to check that block, so I began pursuing a degree in aeronautical science here at Embry-Riddle with you. And this is my last class. When we are done with this class, I graduate, so obviously I'm very excited about that. This has been a fantastic experience. I've loved almost all of it, except I really did not enjoy the math. The math was very difficult for me. I had not done any real math in over 30 years, so that was a real challenge. But other than that, this has been a great experience. When I learned to fly back in the 80s, the weather products that we had were significantly different than what we have now. Back then, if you wanted weather information for a flight, you had to call flight service at 1-800-WX-BRIEF and get a full weather briefing. And the briefer might say something like, well, there's an occluded front that runs from the Canadian Maritime to the Panhandle of Texas. There's a convective segment over West Virginia, Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, and the coastal waters with moderate to intense echotops to 35,000 feet, moving northeastbound at 35 knots. And you'd be like, what? I mean, even if you could write all that down, then you had to decipher it and create this weather picture in your mind to help you make an informed decision. Today, we break out the iPad with ForeFlight, and at our fingertips, we have real-time animated color weather graphics. It's amazing. I maintain that ForeFlight is the single biggest safety innovation to affect general aviation in the last 40 years. And that's a bold statement when you consider the advancements we've had in avionics technology, and we've got the Cirrus with its onboard parachute system. But I stand by that statement. But here's the thing. When I fly the jet overseas, and we coast out from Gander, Newfoundland and head out over the Atlantic Ocean, a lot of our weather products stop working. We don't have service over the ocean. Over the ocean, we don't have air traffic control radar. We don't have air traffic control at all. We're kind of on our own. So we have to fall back on our paper charts that we got from our flight planning services. We have to fall back on our weather depiction charts, our surface analysis charts, the charts that show cloud tops, satellite imagery, convective weather, the location of turbulence, the location of the jet stream, winds aloft, and temperatures aloft. These are all very important when you're crossing the ocean. Let's take temperatures aloft. When you cross the ocean, again, there's no air traffic control. So obviously you have to maintain an assigned altitude, but you also have to maintain an assigned Mach number. And if the temperatures aloft are warmer than standard, or much warmer than you planned on them being, you may not be able to achieve that performance. So this is all very important when you're flying internationally. Now I want to give you a check ride hack. On a check ride at some point in your career, you will be asked by an examiner, what is aeronautical decision making? What is ADM? And you can rattle off the standard FAA response, or you can look them right in the eye and say, aeronautical decision making is doing the right thing at the right time, because that's what it really is. And weather plays a huge role in that. Weather continues to kill very experienced pilots every year. It doesn't need to kill you. This class is going to be one more tool in your toolbox of things you have to keep you alive in this business. I'm a professional pilot, but I am by no means a weather expert. And I'm looking forward to learning from all of you, whether you're a student pilot, private pilot, commercial pilot, or not a pilot at all. Weather affects all of us. We all have our own weather knowledge and stories that we can share in this class. I'm really excited about this. I'm looking forward to it, and I wish you all the best of luck.